So, let me, hold on. Check, check. Check, check, check. Okay, that's probably about as loud as I'm gonna get, so we'll put it wherever that is. Why is this one? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's in game. Okay. Okay, let me open this up a little more. I really apologize, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Boom. Just in case I add any other type of audio. Okay. That should be primary though. I apologize. Let's go. So I'm level 90. I'm just making sure it's popping up on screen. It is. Cool. I'm level 90. I just leveled. I might have one bar. Potentially. Okay, I have one bar. What we're gonna do is, so I know I'm not going to die, I'm not running these super ramped up crazy ass. But we do want rarity as much as possible. Like this one's a good one to run. I know I need to clear this thing out. Okay, let's just bring these three with us. That one. That one's a 14. That one should be corrupt. Yeah. We might mess around with that one a little bit. Okay, so to go over here, I'm doing this now so I don't have to do this in between them. I think that was lagging. I usually just throw kind of like to where I know I can. Well, that one's pretty decent. Just throw one exy on it, on every one, and generally 90% of the time, I don't even look at them, but 90% of the time, I know I can confidently do that. Plus, we need to find a corrupted nexus, right? So we're going to try to kind of go for that. Complete a 12 plus corrupted nexus. I know I'm level 90 and I haven't done that yet, but they've been. I thought this was going to be it over here. Is that what we're looking for? So we need to go over there. I think we need to go bam bam. So let's go ahead. We'll do our highest item rarity, and we'll just make our way over there. Hopefully, be able to do that one as well. I think it'll probably be about 1 bar per map, and the bar I'm talking about is the one all the way at the bottom. So it took us about 3 minutes to get everything going. So we'll kind of take that into consideration. You know, maybe like 3 to 5 minutes type deal. Because if you set everything up for like a week of playing or something, you really don't have to do any type of setup. Well, I'm running out of mana quick, boy. Which, I mean, this is like Contagion, you know. Just Contagion and whatever that. What is that called? Unearth. That's literally all I'm running in Skeleton Warriors and Pain Offering. I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with anything else. And it has a pretty decent clear speed. I need to put some more stuff in Energy Shield as well. You know, here my resistance is 73, 75, 46. I'll put all that into Energy Shield, you know. I mean, nothing crazy here. I got like a +2 on that, on minions. A +3 on that on minions. I think there's a +1 on here. And that's really it. I'm trying to throw stuff on here so I can't get stunned and slowed, because that is... it kills me every time. Another thing, I'm running a 4070 Super, which isn't, it's an i7 14th gen, you know, 4070 Super, 64 gigs of RAM, NVMe, you know, pretty decent rig, you know, and as soon as we go to the Abyss, I'm sure you'll see it, or anywhere near an Abyss, you'll see it. And we're dropping down maybe 15 FPS. Like I said, this really doesn't have too terrible of a clear speed. I need some more scrolls. I've, like, ingrained it into my mind to never pick those up. I'm probably going to have to end up buying some. So I need to get back into the habit of picking up scrolls. Just so I have them out in the field if I need to identify whatever, strongbox or like one of these things. Wait, why are we... yeah, there we go. I mean... I'm playing on controller, and I know everybody's gonna be mad at me for that, but it's just so easy. Like, I played, well, I forget the name of that game yesterday. It's like a, kind of like Tarkov, in a sense. And that was keyboard and mouse. I mean, I'm not terrible at it, I just don't have a lot of hours on keyboard and mouse. See, like this. I don't have any reach.
None can oppose me.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that you're gonna see in this video that is technically wrong, but I played like 100 hours when this game first came out, and then on the second time it updated, I really didn't like it, so I got like another 100 hours type deal. I might have 300 hours, something like that. Now, I haven't really, you know, watched any video or like anything crazy on this game. Like tutorials on how to do stuff. I've just been kind of winging it. And like a couple days ago, I had everything into damage and minions. I had like maybe 2,500 life and energy shield added together, and I was getting absolutely sharded on. So I had to redo the Atlas map a little bit on my passives and put some into energy shield. This way for more survivability, because you can't, I mean, I guess you can, but you're gonna die a lot. You really can't run this with like less than 4K life and energy shield together. Pain offering that, so yeah, contagion would be pretty much the last one. I'm not claiming this to be, you know, even a good build. It's just overall decent. It does the job. It doesn't clear fast. It just kind of just does its own thing. You just sit, you kind of let your minions push forward, and you just kind of sit back and collect loot. Okay, we're going this way. I mean, like if I had a, what is that, like, the new meta. I keep on thinking Headhunter in my mind because I really want that belt, but it's, Deadeye. If I was running Deadeye, obviously this would go a lot faster. If I went the right direction, it would. Wait, I thought they said there was a thing. Oh, maybe I killed it. I mean, a lot of people would have, but that I've played with and everything, told me my build was ass, buns, cheeks. And I believe them. I mean, there are so much better things out there, but, you know, like I said, for me this worked. Because I'm a hoarder. I'm like a little squirrel saving up for a winter. And it takes so much time. If you're going to be running all these combos like they want and everything, and then to go loot, like, and this cuts the time in half. Pretty much I'm just like supporting the minions with a little better DPS and stuff. I've never seen this before. I don't know what that was. But I just kind of support them type deal and then just stand behind them. Pick up loot.
Yes.
I probably should just be picking up currency and that's it, but I don't really need that many maps. Sell. Sell. Sell.
Go on. Choose what you need. As expected. Go.
Sure. Rare model. I thought that was rarity of items. Item rarity. Oh. Since this one has a boss, we're gonna go as high as possible on it. Hopefully, in spirits of getting a divine. Will that happen? I highly doubt it. It's usually like every 12 hours I'll get a divine. Now, the loot to where I could sell, you know, maybe once every 2 hours on that aspect I get a divine. But as far as actual divine drops, it's like once every 12 hours. I think I'm running about 100, anywhere from 130 to 150 rarity. Plus the maps, plus the stupid ass towers. Like I said, this is not going to be a quick process map clearing at all. Just kind of mid at best. And then you'll see some yellow mobs push me around, you know. Kind of push me back. Especially in this abyss. And then I'm really afraid to push over there because then my frames will drop, the game will freeze, and I'll end up dead. And then there goes another 10%. So I'm going to start backing up because mobs are spawning like crazy, and yeah. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I have no idea how this is for console, if it's better or not. I hope it is, but this trash. This is not very good. I've tried all the settings. I've tried even the sound setting things. I've watched videos and tutorials in that aspect because I'm having such a bad time with it. But nothing works. And I don't know if that's server side or if it's just because I think what they did essentially is kind of overlay the game for this abyss. I don't know. Definitely rough. And I can't tell you how many hours of my life I've lost because dying from FPS dips to 0. I'm not saying I'm a good player. I'm very average at best. And then when stuff goes crazy, like I have pretty bad, I think ADHD or something, not diagnosed or anything, but I just get too distracted by all this stuff, and then I'm not paying attention to what's really going. Like all those, they were underlaying, like all the craziness, cause just like that thing, I was paying attention to this thing up here, and that thing was going on. Yeah, dialogue and stuff like that too. Like, and that's the number one reason I don't think I'll do hardcore skills. Just if I could reliably have the game run at like 100 FPS or even 60, you know, reliably, I would do it and not lag, crash, whatever the hell it does. Oh, yeah, better take care of this one. Oh, I thought that was a divine. I know divine is white and it drops usually. Or has been. On this specific loot tracker thing. Yeah, and this is the loot tracker I installed like 2 weeks after the freaking thing, so it probably needs updated. And I am a poor, so I still pick up the scrolls and augment. Let's see what we got here. And I pick up a lot of runes and stuff because I know later on I will probably more than likely be crafting and making stuff. Alright, yeah, let's throw that in there. Let's throw that in there, throw that in there, throw that in there. Throw that in there. That's more rare monsters, though. Requires Waystone 11 or higher. This is kind of like that one I did. So, if we do this one, %40 increased quantity. So if we go up here, look, this is my thinking. Bang, bang, juice that. That should go over to here. And then when we do this, quant and rarity. That's what I'm thinking. Map completed. Let me bring a Val. I need to start doing that. I got 4 of them. To corrupt the, yeah, thingies. I do know that. So if I traverse. This is what happened to me last time. I got stun locked by this freaking thing. That. Those little arrow boys. Should be another way somewhere.
Another corpse to serve me.
Is this the big one? Yes. Right Please don't have the icy bits. There it is. Why am I stun locked? I put the freaking... This is no good. No good. Can I go in the other room while... Piss! Oh, this is not good. This is probably gonna be an L. What is shooting those? I'm dead. Yep. I thought if I had these things on, look. Just look into my thinking. Cannot be stunned. Unaffected by slows. Immunity to freeze. Just saying. That's why I put those on there. We're not doing this one. Oh, but we have to, right? Fuck it. I hope this gives us the thing. Yeah, now we just lost about 20 minutes worth of progress. Right back where we pretty much started at. That's another thing that just... Why can't I... Oh. God. Look at that. That's why I think it's like an overlay, man. Like, I've noticed stuff like that. 18. Huh. Yeah, I need that. But there's a spell that says when you're at 75, you're considered low light. Or stuff on the Atlas. And, like, how I understand how you can work that with other things. But, that would kind of make that thing obsolete. Like, you wouldn't be able to use it. Maybe I just need 100 of those to be able to go in for that boss. Literally 100. I'm gonna see how expensive those are, and if they're not bad, like in 1x all each or something, or Regal, I might throw like 20 of those in my freaking inventory so I quit dying to BS stun lock crap. Oh, just raise your stun threshold, dude. The gear I have on, I don't know if I got ripped off or whatever, but it was pretty expensive. Like, multiple divines. Like I said, once every 12 hours, I might get a divine, so... It's like 24 hours, literally, of work just for, like, this thing. I had one kind of similar to this. It was better. It was +2 levels to minion skills, but it didn't have enough energy shield. And I got lucky as hell picking and crafting that one up and valing it, so I was like, oh, that'll work. I lose one. Ooh, yeah, bueno. Did that thing? Oh, okay, it didn't. Yeah, see, and then I get pushed into other areas because I'm not paying attention that I wasn't in, and then I just get pinched by mobs. And literally, I just want to say one more thing. Look at this. Everything damaged. Damage, 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 damage. And then I had to travel. Damage, damage. And then I went down here. Damage, 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 damage. Went up here. Damage, mostly damage. Barely any survivability. I just recently took a couple off, and then I had to go over here. But damage, damage, damage. Also over here I went. It's all a little bit of life, you have to take it, and I was like, might as well since I'm here, get that. All damage. So damage. This was a couple other things I had to critique for armor, but just damage. A couple other things I had to critique for armor, just damage. I need to work back on getting a couple more of these, but just damage. And then I went down here, and most of these, besides a couple of them, like I said, I'm right there, I might as well, just damage. And all my things are increased damage. So everything I did was 90% of it is damage, literally. And they nerfed minions so bad. And people say, oh, they just got a buff. Bro, you don't understand how bad. That's why I quit the... What the fuck was that? That's why I quit the game. That one time, because they bricked. I mean, bricked my freaking build where it doesn't even do anything. So when you say, oh, they got buffed, no, they didn't. They are still in less of a spot than that of what they were. Holy shit! Bro, that guy's hitting for like 5 grand? Well, now we started over. This might be a few hours, guys. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Yeah, you see what poe2 is? Run around and try not to get hit. What the fart is that? Watch this. Alright, 30 minutes in, and we are 0 progress. Oh, it's how you play. Okay, watch it. That's why I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Watch. I'm going to play as safe as possible. Kinda had to get around that tornado. Put a couple of these boys out for extra DPS. Oh, I'm going to steal my... Hopefully we at least get a div for our troubles, right? Surely. And I'm just playing a game, right? I want it to be fun. And generally, most of the time, if I'm trying to level, I'll just go leech off somebody. I mean, maybe you think lesser of me as a person for that, but for the reasons you have seen, that's why I do that. I'll be oh, I don't want to put 8 hours in, die, get a little XP, die, get a little XP, die, get a little XP. I'm level freaking 90. In my old minions build, I was like level 78. Running through these maps. And in a arsonist build, fire wall type deal. And they were like, "Oh, people are playing the game," you know. I understand. What they want to do is make it to where they're trying to level it out to where you can't clear quick, and everybody wants to get to that, but it takes so much time to be able to get to that. But they want you on the game longer, essentially. So you're more likely to fill your stash tab up and be like, "Oh, I need more stash tabs," and to where you'll give them buy in-game currency type deal. Give them money, which I paid $30 for early access anyway. I already gave them money. And then I had to play the game so long to where I filled my stash tabs up and there was stuff I wanted to hang on to for side builds and whatever I was thinking about doing. So I had to buy more. I think I've given them about $50. Which, I'm alright with that. And when it first came out, I thought the campaign was amazing. After doing it like 8 or 10 times now, it kind of gets pretty run. Like, it's still really not a bad campaign. It's a good, if you're brand new like I was, it took me like, man, I want to say, and then also when I played it, there was really no trades available and stuff like that at the beginning. It took me like 28 hours. And I spent like 75 hours in that. And when I tell you it was 3 to 4 times quicker than what I'm doing it right now, it was, I was putting work in. Like everything was just melted. Like you would just see their health bar for literally a couple frames pretty much when it popped up. And there was, I didn't have to spend, that's the problem. I didn't have to spend any time and or like in-game crazy amounts of money to be able to get the build where it was. It was just, I was able to do that pretty much with the Atlas tree and some mid gear. And that was a problem. That's why they did what they did and nerfed it. I don't know that we're ever going to get anywhere. Now, are you starting to understand what I'm saying, though? Like, why they did what they did?
My power to wield.
Because if you go in this game and you're able to just clear the maps with essentially just the just this Atlas tree and some really mid gear, once you clear all the stuff, you're gonna be like, oh well, I beat the game, you know what I mean? Like, no reason to go any further. That's why they did what they did. And what does that tell you about a game developer that does something like that? I understand they have to make money, right? But there are so much better ways you can go about it. And I mean so many different ways. And the reason I am broke is because I just recently, I think yesterday or the day before, don't hold me to that. Could have been 2 days ago, I'm not sure. Spent pretty much all my divines, which was like 6. There we go. What are these? That I do not know what that is. Oh yeah, we got a little sliver of a quarter of a half of a bar, an eighth.
Yes.
This is my thinking. Look, throw that in there. Watch. What we're gonna do. We're gonna keep this with us. Oops. We're going to just regal. See how that goes. Since there's no crazy modifiers. Because I don't know what the fuck was on that one map, but jeez, that thing was hitting for like 5 grand. See, I'm not affected by these slows anymore. Oh, now I am. About half the time I am. We'll test this out, and if this works, we'll just run regals.
Another corpse disturbed.
Oops, where am I going? If you want to watch somebody that's hilariously bad at gaming, you are in the right spot. I didn't even.
Me.
See how I got the little cursed scorpion boys? That'll spread the curse. I don't think the curse does much damage at all, but it does. I think it does make them explode for AOE. That's the only reason I run it. Dog shit. I mean, that wasn't a bad roll. Look at that. I'm probably dead when I come back. hand in the blood. Alright, here comes the 10 frames per second. Just stand back. Or
My power to wield.
yeah. I thought I was dead there. Stay back. Seen that green beam up there? That hoe will come off screen, stun lock you, and you're cooked. Got a bow. Oh. That's
All part of my
too
plan.
terrible. Divine. Take that though.
Go on.
We're going to salvage that because I need some more of those things. Used a lot of them the other day trying to create decent stuff. What is this one? Yeah, we're not gonna touch that. And we got 5 more. But you're missing out on so much loot. Bro, I want to be able to, shocked ground, reduce flash charges. None of that seems too bad. We'll try that out. Wait. Why does that one have glowy bits around it? To 40% reduced. Increased experience gain though. I know I need to spend like a divine or two and choose everything else. But the video isn't about loot necessarily, you know, it's how long does it take a dumbass like myself to get from 90 to 91. Yeah.
Your swamp fiends won't help you.
Glad that didn't. Well, that one with more experience. That should help out a bit. Hopefully we'll get like half the bar from that. at this rate, I think it's gonna be an 8-hour freaking video. Thus is why I do the whole leeching thing, because they spend the I know they gain money from doing it, and I think they use my little extra bit of rarity or whatever, but I still get gold and XP, and you know, a little bit of currency that's here or there, some items I could try to roll, and they generally don't pick up the things, and the rare or unique items, and I will pretty much make them into chance shards, and then sell them for like, I think at the time it was like 30-something exalts. So buy like 3 maps, it's like 10x a map, 10 exalts with the chance shards. So I mean, it's not bad. And they just murk everything instantly. So I'm like almost guaranteed to stay alive on like 90% of the content that they do. No idea where I'm going on this. I don't know how much anymore with inflation. Hopefully it's like 100. I don't even have a price checker. That's another thing I'm doing wrong. So like things that I sell or whatever, it's probably I'm losing a whole lot of money. Like everything that I'm doing, you should probably be opposite. I don't think I've seen that one before. Hey, we got 1 bar. Now we're back where we were at the beginning in 48 minutes.
You there, local, come.
And I'm just like your average, you know, I don't have years of experience on PoE 1. This is my first time with Path of Exile. I've played a little bit of like Diablos. I know it's bad, but I played Diablo more. Never gave them any money. I was just a free-to-play boy. But I played that with my brother and stuff. I mean, if you set your expectations on that game, where you're like, hey, I know I'm just going to be dead the entire time, then you'll be alright. That's pretty dumb. I need to recharge energy shield. Left trigger up. get back over there.
Another corpse disturbed.
I think I have enough of those tablets. I mean, maybe I can craft on them a little bit, maybe bow them and make some money off of them, potentially.
Death and decay.
I feel like they nerfed the hell out of Unearth too. Like, it does not track anything. I would say comfortably at least 45% of the time, not quite half. It just doesn't even go where I want it to. Do I have a vow? I do not. It's gonna be one. Don't worry, I'm gonna end up dying too fucking here in 2 seconds.
Death and decay.
What is that boss? I cannot beat that. Yep, all bullshit.
What is it?
Guess I have seen that one. use at like the beginning of the game. Probably try to roll a couple things on that and hawk it off later or something, but
What is it? A useful time is of the essence.
four explicit. So we need a level 12 plus 4 explicit. Okay, let me. We're not trying to take an L here, all right? So we need a 12. Piss. I think that's going to be our best option. Wait. That one we're already in it. Take our time. Let's get this good. We're not doing that. We'll do that last. It's only a 13. Why are you so scared? Man, they always throw some BS. Alright. No, get that fucking. Wherever that's going, I'm going the opposite direction. That's another thing I just don't even understand why they put in this game. Here we go. I don't know if any of that was good, but now if I would have bought waystones and everything, I could have got all this done a lot sooner, but I didn't even know that quest thing was up in the top right until I was doing a map, and then I was like, oh, what's that on the right there? because I was so used to going through the campaign with that thing there, I just kind of ignored it.
Death is
It's
my
like you look at your nose every day, but you can't see it. Eat. Alright. It's like every place you go into, it's like what type of performance am I gonna get? Am I gonna get a solid 25 FPS through this thing, or is it just gonna, what's that? Oh, yeah, we'll take that for the next one. If it is a 13, I believe it's probably gonna be like a 14 or a 15. Fuck. I know this isn't the... Oh my god. No! Just gonna stay away. Complete a 12 plus Nexus. Fuck. And I lost the XP. This is what I'm talking about, man. There's probably some type of corruption down there. Right here, some as well. But we're gonna have to go. You got this is the whole experience right here. I'm just showing it, you know. No BS. Oh, you're just a whiner, complainer. Yep. Probably right. Now it's like, okay, now we're gonna spend another 4 hours or whatever. Dude, I've gotten, it's been 1 hour. I've gotten 1 bar. Got 4,100 energy shield. So that's like 5,500 life altogether. My mana regen's not good enough. and then I'm going to reduce it by 40 if I add that extra 1k. The extra 1k. Dude, if you're taking 6k damage, you're in a bad spot anyway. You're dead. These, maybe they do help a tiny bit, but they don't help. So should I just throw freaking rarity back on? Do only one of those proc every time? I don't know how any of that works. I was running like that, and bleed, like chaos, poison, and bleed res to help with just getting freaking sharded on. I don't know the answers.
A relic from long ago.
Yeah, I don't know the answers. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to... Two decent maps right there, boy. Put something good together, I don't know. But if there's no corruption, I don't really want to be in this area. I got a couple waystones I could use there. Where was that corruption I seen? Oh, it's over here. And I know, like, this game is not a good game for me because you gotta slow down and think about stuff methodically and whatever else. No, I can't do that. It says I need to do that, right? 50 splinters. Just saying. I've done this before. Maybe it's glitched, bugs, whatever you want to call it.
None can oppose me.
Got a minute. Probably just need to push forward. Okay, get my bearings straight. Yeah. I think I've only ascended like 3 times too, and I probably didn't take the right stuff. Now, do you think I'd be able to do the next step up? Probably not.
Speak.
Mana, evasion, lightning. That's not really that good. Cold damage, lightning damage, and then lightning rest. That's not terrible. That's terrible. Max life isn't. Cold res isn't. Probably fuck around and roll that later. Trash. Trash. Trash.
Yes. As expected. Indeed.
Is that a good item? Do you have to beat all the ones surrounding it? Like that one? Like this? This, this, and this? To be able to access this? I failed that. Fuck 'em. Yeah, I'll probably give it like another 45 minutes and I'll probably be done. This is... There's just like... I don't know, man. It's like... Okay, I could have fun on this game, but the time investment in doing so, unless I get some astronomically rare draw, right, is going to be like 60, maybe 70 more hours. Unless I play Deadeye, right? And I don't want to play Deadeye. I have played, my first character I made was a, what is that called? Hunter, I believe, with the bow and arrow boy, or girl, I should say. And none of it was fun for my playstyle, for what I wanted to do. What ascertains as fun, in my perspective, it was not fun. None of it was fun. It actually made me uninstall the game, and then I came back and I was like, well, let me try some other stuff. So I tried a couple other classes out, and then the witch/minion. I was like, oh, I can get down with this. And then I had fun. And then some greedy ass CEO came out and was like, hey, look at the statistics of this. You know, people are pretty much beating the game too fast type deal with these builds. So we need to slow everybody down. We need to nerf everything going on. And then in season 2, I'm gonna just say season or updates or whatever. Update 2 came along. I tried. I was like, you know what? Let's. I had a pretty decent time with minions. Let me go ahead and try it out. And then season 3, I heard, hey, there's a buff on minions. So I was like, cool. They probably put it back to where it was. No. Dude, I didn't even have half of these passive points into minions on damage as I do this build. And I was running as fast as I could walk through maps. Contagion was really good at the beginning. Really good at the beginning. And then somewhere around Act maybe 2 or 3, potentially even 4, it wasn't interlude, it was before that. Maybe at the beginning of Act 4. It was just cheats. Fucker. Shit! And then, like, another thing I have to say is, making this character, there was like 2 polarizing things I've noticed on pretty much everything that I tried to build. It was pretty much to the point, like, you can, have good mob clear speed or single target damage. There was like really, like, this is the best I've made so far, to where it has a decent amount of both. Now I could mob clear way quicker than this, potentially, with different stuff I can put on. But my single target damage is gonna be ass. Plunge, nothing, pretty much. It takes like That's how I played the whole campaign. I was like, hey, I need to get to the bosses as quick as possible, so I had mob clear speed. But single target damage was terrible. And they're trying to enforce, like, push on people. Hey, you gotta freaking combo. Dude, I don't want to combo. I don't want to press, like, 8 buttons to be able to freaking play the game or do any type of DPS. And not only that, but that's another thing. It slows you way down. Every time you do a skill, see that? And I have pretty good attack speed and whatever else. Slow, and when you go slow, shit like that happens to
Is my power skilled?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm good, man. I really do. It's just, dude. Got a bar and a half. And it's been an hour and a half. How many bars are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's, if I don't leech or something, or play in a group, or something along that aspect, it's gonna be 8 hours. 8 hours for this one level. If I just do things how I'm doing it right now. Guarantee you, there's gonna be some freaking, at least in one of these maps I'm gonna play, there's gonna be some abyss creature, or 3 of them that pop out of nowhere with those green fucking coming off the screen like bang, bang, bang. And they're all 3 gonna target me and hit me. I'm gonna be frozen, I'm not gonna be able to move, and then I'm gonna be dead. That's gonna happen a lot. Or like that freaking beetle that supposedly hits, 6,500 damage. I mean, it is kind of fun when you're not dying to stupid shit like that. I feel like the what am I trying to say here? The barrier to entry is higher than that of, something like Diablo. It really is. You're gonna need to know this, pretty much this whole thing. You're gonna know how to navigate if the most efficient way. Like, this is what I got. This is what I came up with hours of theory crafting. Maybe I'm not an intelligent human. But I was like, hey, I just throw everything into damage. Like I did the first time I played, since they didn't get nerfed. And the minions did feel good on Act 1 through 3. They did. Or maybe they fell off. I think they fell off at the end of Act 2. With that one boss. But I did beat the boss. It took me like 45 minutes to beat that boss. I'm not joking. And that's just with one go through. And then it was just like they freaking fell off onto their face. And I did have stuff different in here. I was going for some chaos points because Contagion was working good all the way up until Act 3. I had some more. I forget where the hell I had it in at. But I had some more. I think it was over here, actually. Yeah, because I went down here and I was getting these nodes. And then I busted up over here, I think. Or somewhere it came through here. I can't remember. But I was getting chaos. And whatever else. I had a little bit of energy shield splashed in there. I think I was like over here, getting some energy shield, boys. That's critical hit chance. Yeah, this one probably. And I had some max energy shield. Went up here, banged through this. Came up here. Went over through these. Had some other stuff. And whatever else. Probably gonna go up through there. I don't know. Who fucking knows? But dude, I don't know that I'm gonna play anymore. Because like, Not only that, but dude, I really wanted to get a headhunter. I think it's 175 div. Look how much I got. I got 4. Maybe if I sold a lot of the stuff I have, let's say best case scenario, that puts me up to 12. I think. Just in my opinion, best case scenario, I got 12 div. And then on top of that, I'm going to have to spend that 12 div to where I can consistently run these higher tier maps. So then I'm effectively right back, because I have to buy better gear. So effectively, at that point, and I got to have an investment so I can get a return on that investment. So I have to spend more on juicing the towers, juicing the maps, getting better quality T15 waystones, you know, this, that, the third, the other, the third, the other, the third, the other. It's going to be pretty much right at the end of this fucking league that I'm going to be able to play how I want to play. And that's just one item, you know. Am I willing to sacrifice all this time just to have fun in a game? I think the answer to that is going to be a negative.
A relic from long ago.
Of course. I already have that one. And then, I mean, I've put a little bit of time in, you know, these are kind of where I'm at. I've gotten 0% on staffs. Maces, it loves to give me wands, though. Got 40% of the rings. Don't even know what half the shit does. That's your problem. You're not using any uniques. Could be. But do I want to use uniques? Not really. Then I also tried, I was watching videos. I went out and got these things. Because I was like, dude, there's got to be a freaking, like, meta or better way, you know, kind of like Deadeye, to where you could actually get some, you know, this, that, the other, you know, some clear speed, plus you could do some decent DPS. I think I could run, like, 3 of these or something. Yeah, 3 of these, and maybe, like, 1 or 2 of these other minions or something. These things are ass. With the gear that so I would have to spend a couple div and plus a whole bunch of currency to rebuild my whole character. Plus all the, you know, I was like, dude, just to have fun in a fucking game. I mean, like, I thought I had, like, there's 25% rarity. There's 44 rarity. Now, let's just call that 70. $90. $130. $145. Probably about 150 rarity. Ish. I mean, I thought from the research, and I said I didn't do a lot. I didn't do a lot. Like, I just, a little bit of shit. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm just like, you know, you see some people, they make a video, or you just see it on, you know, YouTube Shorts or whatever. Boom. Freaking 100, or not 100, but like, whole shit, like, 1 or 2 divines every map. And I'm like, fuck. And if I'm going to get to this headhunter thing, you know, I was justifying it in my mind. I was like, dude, I get about a div an hour. If I go and buy all this stuff, that's why I spent all my money on my divs buying this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I could spend 175 hours to have fun in a video game. That's half the time I've ever played this game. And I started thinking about that, and I'm like, dude, I gotta just for one fucking item, and that's not even like the rest of the. Then I'm gonna have to change my gear and this, that, and the other. I'm like, and then it kind of dawned on me. Well, what do they need you to do? They need you to stay in this video game as long as possible, and you're gonna hoard stuff. I mean, like, look at this. If you don't have any of these type of things, like this, that, freaking, you know, something like this, probably, I have no idea what all these are used for. One of the, like, you're gonna have this. You're gonna have a couple of these. I don't even have the thing yet, and look at how fast this is filling up. You definitely, this is number one you have to have. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Wait. These are cosmetics. Where's the... Bro, I have no idea. Cosmetics. So where's the, maybe you gotta go. That's probably where it is. Oh, a merchant's tab. Oh, you gotta buy that. Oh, we have a map stash tab. You're probably gonna want to grab that too. A merchant's tab, a currency. You have to have the currency tab. Merchant's tab ×6 bundle. Socketable stash tab. Oh. Well, I guess I've been using this thing wrong. Ritual stash tab. Flash stash tab. Gem stash tab. Unique collection. Delirium tab. Essence tab. I mean, look at all the stuff you gotta buy. I don't know how much this currency is, dollar for dollar, whatever. But you're gonna have to spend, and like I said, I probably given them $50, and I bought them all when they were on sale too. They jiggle. See that? Oh, get your Diablo Immortal. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, and somebody like me, you know, kind of unemployed, just sit at home, whatever else. Just stay home with the kids. I'm not seeing it. So we'll just say 575 so I can remember it. Cut in half. So half the people played this and was like, nah. Over a year. Let's just call it a year. That's a big difference. But then again, you know, that's just Steam. I don't know if there's other servers or areas that you can. 24-hour peak on Steam is 134. So let's just go a month. You know, when it dropped, give it a couple days for people to install. 353K. And then this is probably when people started beating the campaign, or their class was so ass that they were like, fuck no. And then a lot more people probably got to like the interlude and was like, hell no, you know. I don't know why this would. Oh, maybe that was the free weekend or something, or maybe this was, I don't know. Oh, weekend, yeah, more people played throughout the weekend. Back down, back down. Yeah, the weekends and then back down, and it'll probably go up a little more. But from 353 to 131. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really know. I like the game. I like the game, okay? I like the whole foundation of the game. I like this, that, the other, you know, about it. It's fun to play when you're clearing maps and everything else, but when you're sitting there freaking getting manhandled, you put countless hours into this game. I mean, not countless, but fuck, I got a good bit. Almost 500 hours. 450 hours. Now, I don't leave it running. I turn my PC off every time I'm done using it. Okay. Because I don't want, you know, heat kills the graphics card, the CPU, all this, so I turn it off as soon as I'm done. Everything's liquid cooled. I don't want, you know, bad stuff to happen to my shit, alright? And I spent a good bit of money on, you know, got 63, the CPU, you know, is that GPU, oh, 4070 Super, you know, it's what we're running here. It's pretty, I got it, I think a year and a half or 2 years ago or something like that. Pretty, it was newest shit out, and best dollar bang for the buck that you can get. And it runs like shit. I mean, I play any other one of these games except this dumbass. Look at that, 1,100 hours in that. $908 hours. 96 minutes. I want to play that game. I want it. Didn't play that much. Played that a little bit. 131 hours in that. That was a pretty fun game when it came out. That was the first kind of extraction game I think I've ever played. Played on my brother's PC. I played a little bit of what is that? The Tarkov. Didn't really like that game. Never really played that game. I beat that in 7.9 hours. The whole game. Through and through. But I got copyrighted on the video. Not that I make any money or whatever, but I didn't really care for that game either. Played this one a little bit. But then, after I found out about this game, played it just a hair. You know, I didn't even know about support gems. I was going through the game just being ass and getting my shit run in. Because I didn't know about support gems. Then this game came out. 1 minute. I've played on cell phone a lot more than that. I beat this game in 23 hours. $150 hours. I beat that game like 3 times or so. And then played a lot with my brother. I probably beat that game in like less than 40. Maybe like 35, 40 hours. Something like that. But I played with my brother a lot. On his realm, and then we were, yeah. Might actually get back into Valheim. Really might. Or something, I don't know, because I played what is that one game? That game's not even on here, that's weird. Oh, yeah it is, right here. Controller's not supported. What about, controller's not supported. What do people say about this game? I don't see any reviews on it. Like, that's real weird because, like, if you go something like this, maybe. Okay. That's real weird. I don't see any reviews on it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not having fun. Not having fun with Path of Exile. Maybe I'm a loser. Maybe I'm just a crybaby. But I'm not gonna. And with the currency inflation in game and stuff, you need more exalts to be able to buy the divines, to be able to buy the asset, which is the headhunter belt. Just that one example. Or everything's flying up in price. So you have to put your take all your exalts before you log out and put them into divines. Otherwise, you're losing. Could be 100 exalts a night. It's just. It's like our economy, here in the United States with housing. You know, houses just fucking quadrupled in price over a couple years, and it's just unobtainable. And that's where I feel like with this game, with everything that I'm doing in it, I feel like I'm playing it how the game's designed to be played. I'm doing the towers. I'm juicing them up with stuff. I'm getting as much rarity, spending my currency, as an investment to get a return on investment. And this, that, and the other. And it's just like, dude, I gotta do all this crap just to be able to have fun. If I want to play a game and have fun, honestly, none of these games I have on my PC besides probably these two right here, boom and boom, are fun, in my opinion. This one, look, I used to play Call of Duty a lot, Warzone, until like most of the player base left, and then it was infested with cheaters. And then every gunfight you're into, or you're getting sniped from 500 yards away, it's not fun. It's just frustration. This is the same thing. This is just frustration. If you do not know and watch hours of videos and how to do stuff right, blah blah blah, and everything else, you're just gonna be right here. You're just gonna frustration. But I will see y'all later. Thanks for watching.